Yo, what's going on, everybody? So today I want to have a conversation with you guys about the news that the Mujina Bandits arc is finally coming to the Boruto anime in January 2020. So we have a small period where we have some transition episodes, and starting in January 2020 we'll be getting the Mujina Bandits arc. And like I've said in the past, when the anime gets to this arc, you're gonna have a lot of stuff that's fleshed out. There's gonna be a lot of anime only stuff that's meant to extend that arc, because in the manga the Mujina Bandits arc is very short, but it's a very important arc. And so what I want to talk to you guys about is about these changes that are getting made, because now we have some of the details. And I want to go ahead and say right now, I'm actually somewhat excited about this, but I'm a little pissed off that we have some of the changes that we have, because, and this is a personal reason, but they're going to be going to the blood prison in this arc. And I had videos that were scheduled to come out in January that I'm going to have to go ahead and remake some of those videos. I'm gonna have to put them out sooner instead of releasing them in January like I have them planned, which is essentially talking about the blood prison, talking about how that person that Kakashi fell in love with, this Kaio woman, is now essentially running the blood prison, unless they change something, but she's running the blood prison. And having Boruto interact with people like that, that's something that I'm very interested in seeing. I love how they brought the blood prison into the story via the novels years ago, and the fact that the animes referenced it on offhand occasions and now we're actually seeing it, I think that this is cool. I also think that it's very interesting that they're going to be doing the Mujina Bandits arc and potentially starting there with the blood prison and having this fallout and the spill out go into what you actually get in the Boruto manga, which I won't spoil for the anime only, so I'm not going to spoil that. But you have some stuff going on with this feudal lord and his son that's going to be very important, and it directly ties into the organization called the Mujina Bandits. So what I will say is that by going this direction and doing things the way that they have, so it's going to be important to watch these transition episodes when it comes to Samiri and the whole thing with the Land of Iron. And the reason being is that in the manga, when we found out that Samiri joined the scientific ninja weapons team, it was just dropped in our laps and there was no type of information given to us on that. And so when you look at what the anime is doing now, they're essentially setting it up so you have the potential that you're going to get the Mujina Bandits arc, and you could potentially get the Owl arc at the end of the year as well, because there will be build up to Samiri being reintroduced, and that arc is very important because that arc leads into the current stuff that we're getting in the Boruto manga. Now when it comes to this whole thing with the Mujina Bandits, I want to kind of temper expectations. Now, this has potential to be really good. Exploring the blood prison, having some of those Mujina Bandits potentially come out of the blood prison, that in itself could be a good sign, because that means that this arc is at a minimum is going to be going between 8 and 13 episodes. Because if they just adapt what you got in the manga, the Mujina Bandits arc wouldn't be any more than maybe 2 or 3 episodes. So if they just adapt what they have in the manga for the Mujina Bandits arc, then you're looking at maybe 5 episodes for this entire arc, which is going to be too short for a manga adaptation. If it's anything like the Versus Momoshiki arc, we could be getting between 13 and 18 episodes, which is going to be really good to kind of see stuff like that. So in the Weekly Shonen Jump statement that we got, Boruto says in the blurb that for his mission in the pursuit of the Mujina Bandits, they're going to be infiltrating the Shinobi prison, the blood prison, which again, I like that because it's going to be finally tying in some of the stuff that I've talked to you guys about in the Kakashi Hatake novel, because you'll finally see that woman that Kakashi was in love with. And what's so interesting about this is, again, it gives them an opportunity to continue the world building and finally start raising the stakes, because this is going to be a huge arc in terms of getting the stakes in place for where, when everything happens in the Owl arc and when everything gets to the Kawaki arc, now you guys are finally going to start feeling some tension, some drama. But I want to know from you guys, what are you guys' expectations for the Mujina Bandits arc, and how do you feel about these upcoming transition episodes now that you know that it's really being used as transition to set up stuff that's going to be happening later on in the story? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching on to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.